Am I live? I don't know if I'm live. It's just spinning. Live in 9 minutes, I keep saying. Someone tell me if I'm live. It's been an uphill battle this entire time. Seth Miranda is live now. Okay, cool. Hey, sorry. As usual, I don't know if I'm live. Seth Miranda here with Irina. We're holiday misfits. We got nothing to do. So I decided to go live with you guys. Sorry about the initial link. It got messed up. I just got this Mevo thanks to you guys who have been buying shirts from my store. I'm trying to fund this channel all on its own. So the more I sell that kind of stuff or monetize this channel, the more I can upgrade the gear. So welcome to the first ever Mevo live stream. So you'll have my screen right here in the corner. So you'll see all the shots. I'll try to read your chat here. So hang tight if I don't see you. Oh, oops, sorry. Jeez. How do I make the chat always live? Is there a way to do that? Whatever. I'll try to answer as much as I can. So just keep chatting as much as you can. The more you chat, the more the chat will stay live. However, let's do this. Okay, so what did I do? Got a bunch of holiday garbage. Adorama just uploaded my video from last season where we took a bunch of gift bags and we used the, hey, Merry Christmas to you. We used a bunch of gift bags and the tissue paper and we put them on speed lights and I made some shots happen. I used a lot of things with different colored tissue paper to use them like a soft gel almost. And it worked out pretty well. I even was able to use blue, let me see, this stuff, blue tissue paper here, which actually turned out to be the same temperature as CTB, color temperature blue, which is pretty awesome. So I was actually able to change the white balance of my camera and affect the shot. So I figured I would do it again here, except I would actually break down how I did the box itself. And we're gonna shoot Irina with clean light this time. No color on the key or the fill. And I'm gonna do this lavender and I'm gonna do this same CTB-ish over here. So, cause she has these like steel grayish eyes that I think look really well with color tones. Sorry, that's my screensaver in the corner. Sorry about that. I didn't even take a shot yet. That's how much I don't know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna build this together. Okay, so what do I have here is just medium-sized gift bags, and inside each one of them are A1s, Profoto A1s. Inside the A1s, oh, they're saying Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. I had Irina put her hair up because I want that color to come around her. She has such big, beautiful, vivacious hair.
I can recognize me with bangs in my hair.
Yeah, she has bangs now. You guys haven't seen her with bangs yet. I love it. I love bangs. I'm such a fiend for that stuff. All right, so this time, instead of using the color on the key and the fill just to make like a crazy color, which I was really into at the time last year, this is just using white tissue paper right here, which will, the light will hit it, transcend across it, thus making our light bigger, right? Because that's what makes light softer, is not putting a diffusion in front of it, but making the light bigger. And if the light can transcend across the tissue paper, this bag becomes the size of the light. Also, the distance of my light to the diffusion allows for more of an even spread on that tissue paper. So inside the A1, I have the dome diffuser on top to spread the light. I have all this distance. I have the head zoomed out all the way, and it's gonna just fill up this tissue paper really nice and even, and which is pretty much what these face here are, except they're white. So since they're white, we won't have a color change. So I'm gonna keep this one clean just to make it a little different from the one that's on Adorama, if any of you have checked that out. If you haven't, go to Adorama's Instagram on their IGTV. It just got uploaded. But before you go, stay with me because this one's live, it's better. Ask questions. Hopefully I can see the chat. I don't know how to keep the chat up the whole time, actually. I just know it comes up when you guys come up. But this is also my lav. Does it get hot? Good question. It can get hot if you're pumping like a machine gun motor drive, but you really shouldn't be doing that anyway. 2, do not use hot lights. Use only strobes. I didn't even put the modeling light on inside the A1s because I know for a fact it's going to build up heat in there. Why do that, right? Also, I don't really need to. There's a lot of light in here and her eyes are closed down pretty much, and I don't really feel the need to put any constant light source in here. Again, you're dealing with garbage, nothing that's rated for heat, and we don't want to burn you, even though you're always cold. You are always cold. All right, so let's take a shot. I'll start off with just the one light. We'll put in the fill and then we'll add the rim lights. I have a blue and a lavender, so we should get this like cool rim look to her bone structure. And because I'm at least, I don't know, 20 feet from this background, I shouldn't even see a background come up, but we don't know yet. I'm doing this all on spec. But before I go into that, let me just show you guys how I actually made the boxes really quick. So when you get, I'm trying not to like drop this. Let me pull this piece out. We'll do this. I'll pull this here. Cool. So when you get I'll use this one because it was broken. Brooklyn dollar stores, always good, you know. So with the larger ones, what I tend to do is I cut all the straps, you know, take my blade, and I just start cutting all these straps off so they're not an issue. And then what I'll do is, can you use those gift bags as specular reflectors? You might risk having the blue show up or something like that. Odds are you won't because it's a shellacked finish and it's not actually blue you're reflecting off of, but that's in the story. What I might do is use the inside and rip it open and make that just a white bounce. But let me go into this part first. I tend to roll the top so that the top actually has like a boning to it when I'm done, and it can actually maintain a shape kind of, right? So it's not trying to close on itself so much. And I'll take this A1 and I'll do it on this one. So I'm gonna take this A1 off. I know there's the part where you get bored because I'm like just standing here talking. It's okay. We're gonna go get Thai. What do you want to get? Thai food or Chinese? I don't know. We're gonna go see a movie later though. We got the typical misfit plans going on here. So at the bottom of the I'm trying to answer your questions. I'm sorry if I missed them. They kind of come down and just go away. So keep the chat going, please. I don't know, Daniel Norton, if you're in the chat, please tell me how to fix. Yeah, it is Brooklyn luggage. It is Brooklyn luggage. Dan, if you're in the chat, tell me how to fix the chat room in this. It's my first time using Amiibo. I'm sorry. This is totally Brooklyn luggage. What I do is, a lot of people thought that you just cut it open and just put the thing in there, but we do. There's no way to adhere it and it falls off, or it just doesn't stay up. Some people cut a flap and just put it in there and tape the flap over. What I do is I stab in and I cut an X, so that when I do the X and I put my light inside, I can tape all the flaps around the outside of my light so that it's more of a structure. And I tend to think that works most. Remember, you're not gonna keep these, so you might as well just like wreck them. You're gonna throw them out anyway. And then I just tape whatever tissue paper I want in front of there. Some white tissue paper is warmer than others, so be aware of that if you're looking for true color. It's $1 a pack, knock yourselves out. And remember, it was gonna go in the garbage anyway, and you weren't gonna get these shots anyway, so whatever. You can do this with just one light. Don't think you have to go this crazy, but you know, we're in my studio, we got nothing to do. It's Christmas Eve, and apparently 22 people don't have anything to do. Brooklyn Massacre, yeah, Brooklyn Massacre. All right, so I'm gonna shut off all my other lights except for number 1 right here. Now I'm at ISO 100. I'm shooting at f6.3 at 250 to a second. Without any lights on here, I shouldn't even see a back wall. So let's take a look. So without any lights, am I even tethered? Yeah, I'm tethered. You can see it's a black. So that means that I'm probably not gonna see that back wall. There's nothing really affecting my subject here, which means I could even open up a little wider, which means I can lower the power of my speed lights if I need to. But I'm more concerned with the speed light having to get enough power to get through this distance and this tissue paper in order to make an exposure on Irina. If you notice that they're pretty close to her, would you say it's like a foot maybe from your face? Yeah, so they're pretty close to her, which keeps it softer as well. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on A, and I'm just gonna go into TTL on A, just so it makes its own exposure, and I'm gonna work from there. However, I'm gonna give it TTL plus 2/3, because I think this is gonna eat up some. So let's take a look. One light on. Oh, okay, so we have an exposure on Irina. You guys can see that. Let me get this in here. Now, the exposure on the screen might be a little overexposed because it's compensating, but you can see that she comes up and it's a softer light. Actually, can I move this in closer? Sorry if you guys are getting dizzy. Sorry. Can you guys repeat your questions? Because I just missed a bunch of them, I see. I don't know how to keep this chat up. Dan, help me. Dan. No. Okay, I just saw someone say, wow, that's about it. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my fill light because she has a heavy shadow. She's also wearing a black turtleneck. So she's gonna disappear and probably be just like a floating, beautiful face. But let's try to minimize that. So I'm gonna put on B, and I can see that my key light is on 7 in my power settings. So right away, I'm gonna start off at 5 on my fill light just because I don't want it to be equal and I wanna have a little bit of shadow in there, but break them. So 2 stops under will typically do that for me. Let's take a look. And you can see it filled in her face a little bit, but not enough for my taste. So instead of adding power to it, I'm gonna move the light up and closer to her actually. So let's do that. I'm gonna move this up here. So right there, I added about a foot closer to her, and I'm going to make it a little more symmetrical to her. Man, this isn't really working out with the chat. I'm gonna fix this issue on the next one, I promise, but for right now, I can't tell what you guys are asking me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's take a look. And you can see that those shadows are opening up even more. I'm gonna give it an extra stop of light on the B channel. And I'm also gonna go into this ad and turn it off. Exit. Let's take a look. And there you go. So you see her, underneath her lip opened up, but she's still completely in darkness right now. So what can I do? I can turn on my rim lights and cut her up a little bit. So I'm gonna turn on my C group and my D group, CD, which is blue and lavender. And I'm just gonna go with where I have them at. I set my rim lights up pretty high because I had a feeling I was gonna need a good amount of this. So let's take a look. And you can actually do some really weird stuff with this. We'll do that in a minute. Let's take a look. Boom. And there she is, all cut up and popping out of that screen a little bit. Let me see if I can just go in here. And you guys can see just how really beautiful her eyes look, really smooth skin. There's her cheekbone lighting up blue. We got this like cold, icy look to her because she's this cold, icy Russian chick. No, I was kidding. She's one of the warmest people ever. Let's take a few shots like this, and then what I'll do is I'll creep those lights in on the rim lights in even tighter, and I'll get them in the shot, and they'll start making a background rather than just this blackness. So let's just take a look at you. I love this girl's face. She knows it too. She wants to laugh, but that's it. And you can see how we're like actually framing out her bone structure with color. So it kind of makes her skin look a little warmer than normal because we're using a bluer light in contrast to the warm skin. So let's say her face is beautiful. Yeah, it is. It is really beautiful. I know, they love you. Yeah, and I get to hang out with her on Christmas. How great is that? Let me just take a real quick test on something. Okay, so what I also want to say is this bag on this side is way bigger than this bag, so it does affect things, but I don't really care. We're playing with garbage. I'm gonna inch these in a little bit, and I'm gonna get them like right behind her head. So now instead of her being in a blacked out background because we're not making an exposure on that back wall, let's hope these don't fall apart on me live, because that's like my thing. Now, I can actually see that they're just gonna make a triangle around here. I'm not sure I really like that. I'm gonna drop one a little lower just because. Let me know if this mic is okay, guys, because I don't know. This is new territory for me with this Mevo. I'm gonna drop this down a little bit. I'm gonna squeeze this in a little bit. So what's cool about the tissue paper on the outsides is it's gonna hit, let me see, can you see me over here? Nope, let's do over here. It's gonna hit here, this is gonna go white. As it goes to the edge, it starts making the color come more and more, and you start getting this ruffling look to it. So you're gonna see a really cool texture happen really, really quickly. Let's do that. I got like 40 cables going on here. Let's do this. Let's take a look. And now you can see that she has like this weird, ruffly looking light behind her that doesn't really look typical. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like, you can see right here. Oh wait, no you can't because the Mevo's not over there. Let me move this over. Can you guys see that edge right there? You get this really interesting edge look to your lights, which you can't really do with just softboxes too much, right? This gives you this weird purple on this side. Then you get these like like really, really weird texture. If I go down lower and I zoom in, actually, you know what? I'm gonna move those lights even closer because I want to get rid of that black triangle behind her. I made an error. I'm sorry, guys. I'm human. Oh, you look really cool though. Can you look?
Nice.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh.
Thanks. Wow.
I love your bangs. I love them. I love them. I'm a sucker for bangs. You know how girls like beards? I'm like that with bangs. I'm a big bang believer. All right, so I'm gonna get that gap between them as minimized as I can without disturbing the bags while I'm holding these. Let me take a look. Not bad, not bad. I'm digging it, I'm digging it. Let's take a look. Like got 30 cables connected to me. There she is. And then I do this. And we start getting these like really oddball backgrounds, right? So it's kind of like throwing the softbox back there, but instead of just a regular softbox look, we get this like real fall off color with these really interesting looking textures right here that have like this flamey, colory look to them. That's not bad, kid. Looking pretty good. Not bad for garbage, right, guys? But the moral of the story is you guys always say like me and Daniel use the most expensive lighting on earth and things like that. And yeah, we like quality and consistency and there's reasons to using crazy gear. But there's also an aspect of photography that is, well, what does light do? How does light act? How do things affect light? And what can I do with what's around me? And if you have a bunch of bags around, you have a bunch of tissue paper around, play a game. You guys have seen me use balloons and pizza boxes to do full-on shoots at Adorama. Ooh, do that again. Chin down a little bit and then like roll your eye up to me. There, chin down a little more and then give me that smirk you just gave me where you're, yeah, she's like, I have secret intel on you. No? Yeah. She hates me. But what I want you to see is even in the shadow over here, you're gonna see this blowout of blue happen because she's putting her face, which would normally be shadow for my key and fill light, going into the rim light, which is blue, giving us a blue hazy shadow, which is pretty cool. Let's do a total profile. Let's see what that looks like. I never did that with you. Put your eye like right to this corner, right? Look at my hand. Perfect, yeah. Let me see. I'm not gonna like this, but whatever. It's not bad, but it's not needed. But you see you get this cool little blowout going on. Because the tissue paper is so inconsistent and so pressed forward from the box, or the bag in this case, it's blowing everywhere. It's not eating up the residual light, which you would normally do with a softbox that would have flags on it. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat so much. It doesn't stay up on this app, I guess. I need someone here to like read the chat for me while I'm doing it. Or maybe I don't do these live anymore. Let me know if you want me to do these live still or just record them, because my whole idea was I'll keep doing everything live on my channel, but maybe I should do them recorded. I don't know. You guys let me know. Let's shoot a couple more. Beautiful. Let's do it like this and do it like that. Irina's like, I just want Chinese food. Why am I here right now? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I'm digging that. Yeah, look at this girl. Oh, she's so beautiful. Look at this. Look at this eye. So cold and steely. I love it. I love steel eyes. But, I mean, here's what's going on really. If I shut off my key and fill, she's going to be a silhouette, right? So that means of the boxes that are behind her, right? So here's her as a silhouette. And then we're just cut, but what you need to realize is that this is what's still gonna show up when it breaks your silhouette. So if I put on, I tell you what, let's just put on just A. Let's just do my key light only. And let me shut this head off. Sorry guys. Anything going on in the chat? I can't tell. I'm sorry, the chat just goes away. I'm so sorry if I miss you guys. I will go back through the chat once this is posted and I'll try to answer stuff in the comments. I'm so sorry. Or write comments. Write your questions as comments. If I missed them, I'm so sorry. I'm a bad host. I'm a bad host. If only. All right, so we're gonna turn off, I'm turning off my fill light and I'm just gonna do my key light with the rim. So remember the key light left a lot of shadow? Well, now we're not gonna have so much shadow because you're cutting her up with that background. Just take a look at what this sees. And you can see that, no, nothing. There we go. You can see that it's still really shadowed as compared to when we had her all filled in. Let me see. Whoops, not search. Sorry, guys. I'm like a mess right now. What's going on? When we had her filled in, and now we don't have her filled in, right? But it does change the look of it when you're opening up the sides with the color. Now, I want to try something a little bit with this. Because I'm using so much shadow, you have to watch the stream on your laptop to see the chat. That's what Daniel Norton just texted me. So now I do care what presents I get as long as the package can be used as modifiers. Yeah, I'd agree with that. You know, half the time, you remember when you were a kid and you cared more about the box than you did now you care more about the tissue paper. Watch. All right, so if I do this, right, let's say I really go sideways with these, and it's gonna go semi-nuclear because we're using a lot of power. But if I go side to side with her, I'm kind of curious what we get, because I never really did this with you. I've always done like the same feel of light, because I just know how I like to light you, and I just go with that. But in the spirit of Daniel Norton, of trying weird shit, let's try weird shit. So let's just try this. And we get real crazy, athletic looking lighting. It's not blown out. It looks really bad on the Mevo, but it's really clean here. Now I'm wondering if I did this. Let's take a look at what we do when we get them inside this. That's not bad either. Not bad. Not as cool as what we were getting before though, right guys? Like here was fucking cool. I mean, on this channel I can curse. Yeah, it's my channel, so. Although people in the comments are crying that I'm disrespectful. So yeah, that is using holiday garbage to make cool stuff happen. If you guys want to try other stuff, forget the bags. Just stretch the tissue paper across something that you can, like a coat rack or maybe 2 stools or something like that, and get a light to go through it and use an overhead light. It's really cool if you want to shoot down to the floor, things like that. I'm paying attention to the chat now, so any questions, hit them up now. Look at that shoddy, that's cool. From experience, the colored cellophane from gift baskets makes great effects, gels for speedlights. Just don't get them hot. So cellophane, colored cellophane from like gift bags, gift baskets, so to speak, is cool for gels. The problem is it's not rated for being a gel, so it can melt easily. What I like about tissue paper is at least it softens up the light while it colors it. So it's kind of like a colored softbox, which you wouldn't normally get. You'd usually get a gel light with a softbox. But like I'm showing you here in this image, when you have a colored softbox, it's pretty cool. Such profanity from Vanessa Joy. How about cellophane? Patty, I just addressed the cellophane issue if you rewind a little bit. Anything else, guys? It only shows you one comment at a time instead of the chat. How annoying is this? You know what? If I go to my laptop, you know what? I'm gonna get an iPad and I'll let that chat run on the iPad while I do these next time. I'm sorry. This is my first time with a Mevo. I'm a Mevo virgin. We're gonna get some sort of non-Christian food because that's what's around right now in New York. We got a few options. I don't know. What do you want to eat? We're gonna go see a movie though in Times Square. Pretty excited. Gonna go see Bumblebee, Transformers, some old school Transformers. Daniel Norton saying, "Oh my God, Daniel Norton's in my chat." Oh my God, everybody! I got all these rock stars in my chat, but I can't see the fucking chat. All right, guys. Any last questions before I cut this out? I'm really psyched I got this Mevo again. Thank you guys for all the support. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get this, and I could do stuff like this, or I could zoom in on this beautiful face here. Look at you. They're looking at you. Say, "Oh, ooh." Or I can do this, or I could look at this schmuck, or I could look at that gorgeous woman, or I could look at this. Let's do this. Click and click. Look at that. Beautiful. I mean, this is with just pure DIY modifiers. If you guys want to see more of this, let me know. I am pretty psyched on the DIY stuff. Maybe I'll keep that to this channel as opposed to the Adorama stuff. If you want to see some other ones I did, go to Adorama's Instagram on their IGTV, which is the first circle on their highlights. You can click on the last one that they just posted today, which is this pretty much, except with more color to it. And the very first one on that channel is me lighting with balloons and pizza boxes. So Oh, I had it zoomed in on the screen the whole time while I'm talking.
Okay.
I'm such a noob. I'm such a noob. All right. I don't know. I'm pretty good. Do you want me to give me your Instagram or you know?
It's all right.
Yeah, you know, she's not happy when I do that. She's not trying to be a rock star. What can I tell you? She's just a gorgeous girl that hangs out with me sometimes. I just try to keep you safe and feed you and go see movies. and go see movies. All right, last questions. All set, all fair, all fair. All right, guys. If you guys do want to throw some support to the channel, the link to my merch shop is down in the description. You can get some of my shots on some t-shirts, and it helps out. Maybe I'll get some new mics or an iPad so I can see the chat, you know. I'm trying to let this channel fund itself. If you guys want to see some stuff I did with Daniel, go to 1200sessions.com or go to his channel, Daniel Norton Photographer. Check me out on Adorama's YouTube on live view. My last video was from Paris. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could check out the Paris video from Makeup Forever. I know it's a little dated, about 2 months old now. Oh my God. But it is a really awesome video. Irina, Mark says, enjoy the movie.
Oh, thank you.
Patty says, thank you. Patty, you're a real mensch. You're a real mensch. Do you know what mensch means?
No.
Mensch
No,
sounds like a horrible thing.
Okay.
But in Yiddish, it actually means, or Hebrew, it means you're a good guy. You're a real mensch. Every time I heard that, I'm like, what the fuck are you saying to me? And now it's
At
like,
least they're not calling you a schmuck.
they call me a schmuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call me a schmuck. I get called an asshole at least once a day on YouTube. So what are you going to do, right? All right, so go save some of that paper, you know. Use the gift wrap as background paper. Flip it up inside out. Use it as a bounce to make some cleaner fill light. Save the tissue paper. You'd be surprised what you could do with that stuff. And always in my bag is a nicely folded up pack of this stuff, which is only $1 at the Brooklyn dollar stores near you. And it saves it saves me all the time. So I have this and tin foil always in my bag, and I know I can control light however I need to control it. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do an aluminum foil demo soon. Okay, guys? Have a great holiday. We're gonna go have a good holiday. Oh, thanks so much, Robert. Write some comments in case I missed your stuff in the chat. I'll try to answer them. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. It's just like, what the fuck is the point of that? It lets you see it for 2 seconds. What is the point?
Figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Whoa, hey, she's getting testy, so we got to get going. I really like this shot, though.
Yeah.
It looks better here, but yeah. Okay, guys, thanks so much. And just so before I go, so I answer all those questions, it was a Nikon D850. It's a 24-120 full f4 lens. These are Profoto A1s. I'm using 5 of them right now. One is just a trigger. This is a Matthews NOGA articulating arm. People always ask me about those, and everything else is just standard grip. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the support. Have a great holiday. Let's have an amazing new year. I will see you guys soon. Next time you see me, I'll probably be in the new year or tomorrow. I don't know. I'm in here tomorrow because I come from a family of Holocaust survivors and we don't fucking care about Christmas. So I don't know. Thank you very much, Will. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. Daniel, how do I stop the stream? He's in the chat. Help me. Help me. I don't know. Aluminum foil, Robert, I'll get on that aluminum foil demo, I promise. I'll figure that out. I also have a spray paint demo, which I haven't done ever because I think it might be a little dangerous for home use, but we'll figure it out. Okay, check out, if you like these DIY, check out the Brooklyn Reflector demo on my playlist. And I'm out of here. 26 people still in the chat room. I don't know. I feel weird just saying goodbye to them. You're totally blocked by... Come on, you're what's selling the stream is these beautiful women, that's all.
Okay.
She's like,
Do you want me to dance?
I don't want you to. I want you to dance. I don't know, but I do want you to pick what we're gonna eat later. I know you're full of chocolate.
Yeah.
You do eat all. Yeah, she has like
chocolate.
monster chocolate bars in her bag all the time. All right, people are dropping off. All right, guys, have a great New Year. Last ex-witness on Instagram. Irina doesn't want you to follow her, so I can't give her that. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.